Hello there, I'm Becky Roberts for Sound Advice, and today I'm giving you an overview of the Elipson Horus 6B Active BT, a pair of active stand mounts that cram rather a lot of technology into their compact boxes and somehow manage to do so while retailing for just £399. Now, if you're familiar with Elipson speaker range, you may well have guessed that this active model is based on the French company's most affordable passive speaker, which is simply called the Horus 6B. No active, no BT. Now that retails for only £50 or so less than this new active pair. So Elipson really is offering a fair bit of technology and flexibility for not a lot more money here. Now, while you wouldn't know from looking at them from the front, they pack an amplifier inside that delivers 50 watts per channel. And this is probably a good time to mention that Elipson also now offers an active version of its entry-level Horus Floorstanders, which have the same power output as these, although an extra mid-bass woofer and naturally more cabinet volume. Unsurprisingly, they cost more than double the price as well. Anyway, back to this model, and it's the back panel of one of these speakers that gives away their activeness, if you like. Now, this primary speaker reveals all sorts of connections. So on the analog side, you've got RCAs, as well as a phono input for plugging in a turntable that doesn't have its own phono preamp. On the digital front, you've got an integrated DAC that feeds optical, coaxial and USB-C, very modern, inputs. And you've even got a HDMI ARC socket for connecting your TV. So you could call these speakers a soundbar alternative as well. Now, while you can connect all manner of sources to these connections, TV, streamer, turntable, CD player, you name it, the speakers also have built-in Bluetooth receiver, so you can easily stream music wirelessly from your phone. Now, this primary speaker plugs into the mains and it connects to the secondary speaker with a supplied 2-meter cable that you simply just thread through to the speaker terminals and turn to tighten and secure into place. It's all very simple really. Installation took me from unboxing to playing music just a matter of minutes. I found that these speakers perform best in my listening room when brought slightly out from the rear wall, 10-15 centimetres or so, and towed in towards my listening position. Now, I've placed them on speaker stands as well, like I did, or another rigid support. Once they're in place and you've connected your sources, if you're going to connect a source, the Elipsons deliver a very listenable sound. The company has understandably kept the drivers the same as the passive model. So you have a 25mm silk dome tweeter and a 13cm mid-bass driver made out of a cellulose pulp coated with fiberglass. It's pretty standard. Through this pretty standard arrangement comes a presentation that's nice and open, spacious and clear. These are definitely the kind of speakers that want you to hear as much of your music as is feasible at this level, and they're happy to present it in an even-handed and laid-back manner that is easy to digest. Pretty polished and very well organised as well, making it easy to hear and follow various instruments in a mix. The mid-range and treble are standout as well. They have satisfying smoothness to them that also adds to how easy they are to listen to. Now, of course, there's only so much bass quantity and depth that you can expect from speakers of this size and price. You certainly shouldn't expect really gritty, deep bass from, say, a Billie Eilish track, or big, impactful explosions if you do hook the speakers up to your TV for Friday movie nights. Still, what you do get is pretty agile and defined, and you can always add an external subwoofer if you want more in the way of low end. Really, the only criticism I have is that they could do with more energy. So if you like your music upbeat and to really grab you by the collar, then these probably aren't the speakers for you. Apart from that, these Elipsons never feel short of great value anywhere else. The cabinets themselves look and feel pretty standard, but perfectly fine for this level, and I actually really like the shimmery pattern on the baffle that this black finish offers. It just gives the aesthetic a bit of something. Although you can obviously cover that up with the cloth grille, of course. If you don't like the black version, there are other colour options available. You've got a light wood finish with a beige baffle, a walnut finish with a grey baffle, and finally you get a remote control that is surprisingly proper and just right when it comes to button count and layout, which I haven't been able to say of most remotes I've come across in my time reviewing hi-fi. Right down to their remote then, the Elipson 6B Active BT are active speakers that give you an awful lot for not much money. Sure, it's possible to get a more musical and upbeat sound elsewhere, something like the tiny desktop Rurik MR1 spring to mind, but you'll struggle to find that in something as mature and well equipped as these Elipsons.